أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وآله وصحبه والتابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان وإيمان ويقين إلى يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني. We continue, sisters, with the major sins in Islam. Today, number 34. Inshallah, major sin number 34. The youth, the man who has no dignity about his family, especially about his wife, daughters, sisters, and mother. A man who doesn't care what the females in his household may do, or how they dress, or how they conduct themselves. He doesn't care. And also, what is known in Arabic as a person who facilitates sin, like pimp, who introduces women to men and men to women. A person who is in between. For example, he doesn't commit zina, but he matches people to do harm, not to marry, but to do harm. Let's see, this is a major sin. The person may not commit zina, but he facilitates. So, the youth, what is known in English as this person. This is major sin number 34. How many major sins we have in Islam? 70. So we are at half. And I told you the scary thing is that we thought there are only 7 major sins. While one hadith mentions 7. It doesn't mean there are only 7. You know what I mean? For example, when the Prophet ﷺ came, he was gradual. He was teaching people bit by bit. Doesn't mean whatever he taught in Mecca is Islam. Then you have to go to Medina until the end of his life. Same thing, when he was teaching, he doesn't give 70 major sins to people, they will not remember. So he bit by bit. At times he mentioned 7, at times he mentioned 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. One hadith mentions 7. But people think there are only 7 major sins, when there are 70 major sins. And the scary thing is that when we don't know them, we may commit some of them. So if a person doesn't care about his family, he is known in Arabic language as the youth. And you have this word also in Malay. Also the person who matches between 2 people to sin, or transmit their is in between. Let's see. The Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah An-Nur verse 3, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الزاني لا ينكح إلا زانية أو مشركة. The fornicating man does not marry except one like him, fornicating woman, or a mushrika. We know in Islam you cannot marry mushrik, right? You know that, right? A Muslim woman cannot marry a mushrik. And also a Muslim cannot marry mushrika. He can marry a person from Ahlul Kitab, a Jew or Christian, but he cannot marry a mushrika like a Hindu or a Buddhist. So when a person commits zina, he is fit to do so, meaning he is no more Muslim. That's the meaning. So zina is a major sin. We have talked about it. among the 33 past major sins. But here is the fact that to be involved in it, directly or indirectly, like facilitating, it's a form of shirk. Na'udhu billah. And the fornicating woman was زانية لا ينكحها إلا زان أو مشرك, meaning only someone like her or a mushrik can marry her, meaning don't do that, because in other ayahs Allah says don't marry mushrik, whether they are men or women. So this ayah actually is a scary ayah that if you ever commit zina or be involved in it, you are fit to be called mushrik, and therefore you can marry mushriks and go to hell. وَحُرِّمَ ذَلِكَ عَلى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and that is haram on the believing men and women, meaning you shouldn't do that. Neither commit zina nor marry mushriks. So zina and marrying a mushrik is safe. Wow. Again, committing zina, na'udhu billah, or even marrying halal, but you marry the mushrik, so it's no more halal. You really want to marry, but you are marrying the wrong person, like a Hindu, like atheist, like communist. Now let's see what Rasulullah ﷺ said about the dayyuth, a man who doesn't care. And the person who goes between people to sin. Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhuma, may Allah be pleased with them, Abdullah and his father Umar, narrates that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, ثَلَاثَةٌ لَا يَدْخُلُونَ الْجَنَّةِ, 3 people will not enter paradise. Who are they? May Allah save us from them. الْعَاقُ لِوَالِدَيْهِ, the one who gives hard time to his parents. The one who really doesn't listen to his parents or her parents. The second one, الدَّيُّوث, the one who doesn't care about his females. And رَجَلَةٌ النِّسَاء, and the women who look like men, behave like men. We've seen this last week. Tomboy ladies who wear like men, speak like men, always mix with men. Na'udhu billah. So she's not happy being with ladies. She's very happy if she is sitting with men. Some ladies are like that. So these 3 types of people will not. Our subject matter is ad-dayyuth. I repeat them, the one who gives hard time to his parents or her parents. Dayyuth, and the women who look like men. Rajalatun nisa. Imam al-Nasa'i, may Allah have mercy on him, that Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam said, ثَلَاثَةٌ قَدْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْجَنَّةِ, 3 people Allah has forbidden Jannah on them. Mudminul khamr, the alcoholic, the person who is alcoholic. Number 2, al-aqu li walidayh, the person who gives hard time to his parents. And number 3 sisters, the youth. The youth doesn't care if his sisters date or not. If she goes with somebody else. Father also, he knows his daughter is going out with someone, but all he says, come early, my daughter. What is early? Midnight. Midnight is early. And actually, there is a connection between food and the youth. That's why people who eat pork, most of them are the youth. Because the pig is the only animal that doesn't care about his female. You know that or not? And he doesn't look up in the sky. You know that? Always his eyes are down. So he's a very undignified animal. He never defends his female. Any other animal will defend his female. Even a bird. Except the pig. Doesn't care. And he sleeps with his own daughter. His own daughter doesn't care. So when we eat pork, we acquire the behavior of the pig. That's why Rasulullah ﷺ told us, watch what you eat, because you acquire the characteristics. This is why Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, the famous Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyya rahimahullah, say or interprets why Allah has forbidden us from eating carnivores, like lions. Become wolf in your behavior. Not necessarily eating humans, but you will rip off people in business. You will devour them. You will take their rights. Because you acquire that characteristic. You become like a beast. So don't eat too much chicken. You become like bear. Serious. Eat, but not too much. All right. Also, it was Imam Ibn al-Qayyim who said, look at the characteristics of certain nations. For example, he said the Turks are known with being stubborn and a little bit rough because they ate horses. Yeah. They ate horses. He said, look at the Africans, they love to dance because they ate monkeys. It's true. Africans always the beat. They have to have some music and dancing. You always see them like easygoing, even in the street when they walk. They like to listen to music and dance because their ancestors ate monkeys. And the Arabs are very patient, tough, because they ate camels. Camels, very patient, very tough animals, because the camel is like that. Allah created it to be patient. For 40 days, a camel doesn't have to drink water. Not the Arabs of today, not the Arabs of today. The real Arabs, like Sheikh Zubair, Takbir, yeah. Not the Arabs, you know. Tempered. Animal, camel is very tempered animal. Yes. When I say patient, in war, not with their wives. They lose it right away with their wives. Takbir. How are you? So what do you eat? Chicken. Be careful. Tell your mom to bring you worship. To bring you rooster at least. Rooster, not chicken. Takbir. Hey, don't tell her I need a rooster. Sheikh Zubair said rooster. I'm just joking. Diversify. Anyone who suspects that his family, especially females, may do something wrong, or they are doing something wrong, and not discipline them because he loves them. This is David. If a man realizes that his daughter is not really up to what Allah and His Messenger said that she should be, and he doesn't want, because he doesn't want to punish her or discipline her because, I don't know. That person, na'udhu billah, is considered in Islam as Tayyib. So any man, any woman, any man who doesn't care, for example, his wife is going out with a dress that is inappropriate. What do I mean inappropriate, dear sisters? Here I mean the hijab that you can see through or shows the shape of the body. I'm not talking about miniskirt, those are super dayyun. I'm talking about a man sees you're going out, but this hijab is too tight on you. He says nothing. that's very dangerous. Because I told you and I repeat, a woman should feel a little bit, at least a little bit in her life, that her husband is jealous about her. If she doesn't feel like that, it means he doesn't like her, he doesn't love her. She has to feel sometimes some opposition. Then she realizes, wow, the man is, mashallah, he loves her. If he just let her do whatever she wants, it means he also is doing something else. Are you with me? It's psychology. If the man never tells his wife, what is this dress you're going out with? Wallahi, he will not go out like that. It means somewhere else he is also not. So he feels the guilt. Why should I tell her when I also do certain things outside? Now the pimp, the person who organizes, he fixes rendezvous between man and women. Na'udhu billah. That's also a curse. He will not see paradise. He will not see it. Number 35. Chinabuta. The muhallil and muhallal lah. What does it mean? The one who makes a woman halal for her ex. I will explain. We call it chinabuta, right? Okay. A man divorces his wife. After a while, he realizes that she was, or he misses her, or she was a good woman, or whatever. We know in Islam he cannot get her back. Khalas, divorce. Until she remarries another man. A woman divorced, a divorced woman, cannot go back to her ex-husband unless she remarries one more time. She remarries another man, and if the second husband divorces her, now if her first wants her back, they can go back with a new aqd, with a new contract. Is this clear? Yes. To the level of talaq? No, one talaq is complete. One is final, that's it. When talaq is final, a woman cannot go back to her husband. Khalas, haram. She can never go back to him. But if it's final, what does it make talaq final is another lecture of talaq. But just assume with me, a man and a woman got divorced. In court, khalas. He pronounced talaq, or there was fasakh, or there was khul'. And then that's it. The judge signed the document, gave it to them. After a certain period of time, both of them want to go back to each other. No, cannot. Until that woman remarries another man, and after a certain period of time, he divorces her one more time. Let's say she was also unlucky in her second marriage. Her ex, if he hears that she has been divorced, he can ask her for marriage. And up to her to accept or not. She doesn't have to return to him. Differentiate between this. Listen, sister. If a woman doesn't want to go back to her first, although she got divorced second time in her second marriage, she doesn't have to. It's up to her. Let's say she realized she misses him. She realized that he was a good man because she experienced another man. So she now realized it's just, it didn't work. The marriage didn't work. No, this person, what does he do? The ex will tell him, go marry my wife, my ex-wife, divorce her after that so that I take her back. This is zina. And if the woman knows and agrees, she is also guilty. If the woman knows about the muhallil and muhallal. Muhallil is the man who marries her. Muhallil is the one who will marry this one. So that this one becomes halal for this one. Back. So this was number one. Husband number one is al-muhallal. Husband number two is the muhallil. So the muhallil marries this woman who got divorced so that she goes back to her ex. If she doesn't know, but she was, they plotted against her, she's exempted from the sin. But if she knew and agreed, she is sinner. She is zaniya, all of that. What we call here Tina Buta. Someone gives money to someone to go marry and then divorce her. Yeah, if she knows, if she doesn't know and she's victim, Allah will not hold her responsible. Maybe Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will tell her, the second one married you to make you halal for your ex. That's why no woman should marry without wali. The wali is very important, sister, because you are blind. Love blinds you. Takbir. Most of you already have blind. And love will blind you more. Takbir. I don't mean heart blind in your eyes. Your eyes is 20/20. Your heart. Women are very emotional. One nice word, flying without wings. Hey, you ask, not her. Okay, Khalas, she doesn't want you, ask them. I don't want to answer that question. I know. Because the lecture will change to go to fiqh. You want fiqh, you come to another class. Just understand one thing. If the divorce is final, what is final? Only the lecture before that. What is talaq? Not lectures. Because talaq is one of the most difficult subjects to answer. Well, not to answer, to study. Okay? Clear, inshallah? Now, if there is a talaq, a woman cannot go back to her first, the one who divorced her, until she remarries one more time. And sincerely, honestly, they try, but the second one doesn't work. After the divorce happens second time, if the ex misses her and he can ask her back for marriage, but up to her to go back to him or not. Maybe she doesn't want. Maybe he hurt her so bad. You understand? You don't have two sisters to go back to the ex. If second marriage divorce doesn't work. How about widow? Let's say she becomes widow. The second dies. No. Because she may kill him to go back to the ex. Takbir. Drama. I have drama in my mind. Takbir. I have to be careful, Sister Munira is here. Takbir. My wife is here. Takut. Okay, clear? Let's see what the Rasulullah ﷺ said about Tina Buta. May Allah save us. Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لَعَنَ اللَّهُ الْمُحَلِّلِ وَالْمُحَلَّلَ لَهُ. May Allah curse the man who is muhallil and the man who is muhallal lah. Muhallal is from halal. So he's making the wife halal for the ex. So his intention was never to marry her, really. Just to marry her ex, which is haram, major sin. Imam al-Tirmidhi says, وَالْعَمَلُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ عِنْدَ أَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ. And actually the ulama are with the opinion that he is muhallil and muhallalah are not just cursed, they are na'udhu billah, very bad people. And that is the opinion of Umar ibn al-Khattab, Uthman, Abdullah bin Umar, and great fuqaha among the Sahaba. However, Abdullah bin Abbas, cousin of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, narrates another wonderful hadith about the subject, which is very scary. He said, سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن المحلل. A man came to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم and asked him, O Messenger of Allah, what's the ruling about the muhallil, the man who for her ex? Rasulullah عليه الصلاة والسلام said, لا إلا نكاح رحمة. No, the answer was very scary to the man. As if the Prophet ﷺ understood that this man wants to do it to help someone to go back to somebody else. He said, no, Abulay, illa nikaha rahma, unless he really sincerely wants to marry. La nikaha dalsa. What is dalsa? Dalsa in Arabic means, I know there is defect and I cover it. It's called tadlis. Tadlis is when you know there is defect and you cover it. So this is somehow you know this person wants back. Sorry, his wife. He wants his wife back. So he pushes you to go marry and then says divorce her. Of course, when you divorce her, poor lady, most women go back to their ex. Somehow we are playing with women, which is haram. You see how much He loves you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger, sisters. Because you be played on. That's why wali is very important. And the wali is not just to give his hand, like most wali of today. They even giving the hand, they don't know how to give the hand. No, he needs to be like an investigator. He should know why someone wants to marry his daughter or sister or mother or whoever he is marrying this man. He needs to be sharp. Wise man, not anybody, and also strong. You need to have a strong man to defend you tomorrow. Imagine your wali is handicapped. How can he defend you tomorrow? Tomorrow you have problem. How does he defend you? He cannot even come to a meeting. Now, my sisters. So for example, your husband is not here, or he passed away, or divorces you. And your daughter is getting married. Who is the man you should call to be wali for your son, for your daughter? Anybody? Let's say the father doesn't want to come. Should be somebody strong, has strong personality. So that the other family of the boy realize this girl is not lonely. She has family, she has wali, she has... And this is why Allah wants wali for you, sisters, to make you look strong and beautiful in front of the other family. This is the mistake some ladies do. They without strong man presence, which is wrong. ولا استهزاء بكتاب الله عز وجل, and not also to make fun of the book of Allah. So the Prophet said no, ta'bole. It has to be a real marriage. It shouldn't be a marriage to cover any kind of defect, and not to play games with the book of Allah, because a woman is haram. A woman now is haram for this man. How does she become halal? You were very foreigner to your husbands. How did you become husband and wife? The book of Allah, never forget. There was the book of Allah between you. So you are making fun of the book of God now? By marrying someone so that she goes back to her ex? No. And I told you, temporary marriage is haram. So this is temporary. In his mind, the muhallil is marrying forever? For short period. He has already in his mind
how long he will stay with her. 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 1 year, 99 years. The moment you put, even if it's long, you don't live for 99, let alone be married for 99. But you shouldn't put it in your mind. When you marry for Allah's sake. If succeed, okay, that is talaq. I marry this woman as long as I'm studying in the US. I have 4 years of education so that I don't commit zina. No, wrong. Oh, that's what some people are doing today. And sisters, be careful. Be careful. Especially unmarried sisters. The Shia now definitely will come to you with a very good proposal that makes sense. Why it makes sense? Because you are interested in it. You have also feelings. And no one has come so far, except that guy. So I marry you for a short period. What's happening? And Shiism is spreading here in Malaysia. You be careful, especially in universities. It is in universities. Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, in hadith Uqba bin Amir radiallahu anhu, said, "Ala ukhbirukum bit-tays al-musta'ar." Shall I not tell you about the male goats? Listen to me, sisters. Male goats that people borrow to get their female goats pregnant. Farmers do this. Farmers, they have goats. So, but the neighbor has a bird, they don't have male. So they go, buy him money, and say, can you please give us your male goats to live with our females? That is exactly what this man is doing. He is just like a lone male goat. Na'udhu billah. So this muhallil, he's just like that. He comes only to make other females pregnant. Other female, goats. Clear? That's how Rasulullah ﷺ described the muhallil. قالوا بلى يا رسول الله. We know what is the male goat. Big, tough, strong, looks nice. They just bring him to make babies. That's all. They said, we know. He said that. لعن الله المحلل والمحللة. Hadith ended with لعنة. Narrated by Ibn Majah بإسناد صحيح. Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhuma narrates another hadith that a man came to him and said, what do you say about a woman? I married her to make her halal for her ex. She did not know about it. She did not. But I married a woman to make her halal for her ex. Abdullah bin Umar said, La. The same as Rasulullah said, Illa nikah raghbah. No, wrong. Except the nikah of raghbah. Now, if you like her, keep her forever. If you don't like her, divorce. Also gave as fatwa. The death of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu said, if you bring me muhallil and muhallal lah, I stone them to death. What did Umar radiallahu anhu say? Who we stone to death? Who do we stone to death in Islam? Ya Allah, why are you looking at me? I'm asking you a question. Who? Adulterer, who? Married. He has to be married man. A man who cheated on his wife. Or a wife who cheated on her husband. These are the people we stone to death. If they commit zina. No, not only them. Umar said, if you bring me the muhallil and the muhallalalah, I will send them to them. Because they also because they considered married. Yes. But Sheikh the Muhammad is divorced. No, he wants his ex. So Umar radiallahu anhu has no doubt in his mind that they are equal to a man or woman who cheats while married. Clear, sisters? If you feel asking, by anytime. Okay. No need to spend more time. More time you read your book. Now, another major sin that people take lightly, especially our children. Takbir. Very good. May Allah bless our kids. Not cleaning themselves from urine. Huh? It's a major sin. Don't get upset at your children because they messed up the toilet. Get mad at them because they are going to hell. وهو شعار النصارى. Nasrani or Nasrani, the Christians, they don't care about urinating. So, number 36, not cleaning one's self from urine. What does that mean? Leaving drops. Leaving drops in the system, which can be found in the underwear. Boys do this a lot. Boys do this a lot. What did Allah say? Did you understand what I'm talking about? A man or woman go to the toilet, they don't take enough time to let every drop of urine leave their body. Moreover, they don't clean properly, which leads to very unhealthy and dirty behavior. That is a major sin. How come? How come? Let's see. Let's see. Number one, Allah says in the Quran, وَثِيَابَكَ فَطَهِّرْ. And He is commanding who? He is commanding the most pure person on earth. The purest man on earth is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And still Allah told him, and purify your clothes. Yes, not just from the outside, from the inside. Not just from the outside, from the inside as well. Inside even worse. By not letting urine touch your clothes. وَثِيَابَكَ فَطَهِّرْ, O Muhammad. So if Allah is telling the purest to be clean, how about you and me who are not the purest? Even super attention we need to put when it comes to our cleanliness. Once a person doesn't pay attention to his or her clothes and her body, they are now putting themselves into major sin. Listen to this hadith, my sister. Narrates hadith that Rasulullah ﷺ passed by two graves. Two people were buried. And he said to his companions, إِنَّهُمَا يُعَذَّبَانِ وَمَا يُعَذَّبَانِ فِي كَثِيرٍ. They are being tortured, these two. Jibreel alayhi salam told him that those two Muslims are being tortured. And they are not tortured for something big. They thought it wasn't big. So what they were doing? One of them used to take words from Sister Farah and go to Sister Linda and say otherwise. Fitna. He takes words and makes fitna among the community. There are people who do that. And they thought that was a small deal. What so-and-so is saying about you? You know what so-and-so is doing? Whether they spread negative information, even when it's true. Number two, the second one used to urinate but he used to pull his pants without finishing, before finishing properly. Something today's children are doing. So please tell them, it's a major sin, my son. Don't do that. You go to because you always thought yourself you were clean. While you were praying, you were najis. So you never had prayer. Oh, I see. So, إنهما يعذبان وما يعذبان في كبير. أما أحدهما فكان يمشي بالنميمة فكان لا يستبرئ من البول. He was not cleaning himself properly. أي لا يتحرز منه. Also, mothers, please teach your children when they use the toilet, if they stand, it will flush back. Some of the drops will come back on their cloth, but they don't see them. They don't see that. So it's najis. Even when they pray, it's najis. So the salat has never been correct. Has never been sahih. Clear? Especially public toilets. Especially public toilets. Your toilet may be, mashallah, you are doing a great job to clean, but when you go on a plane, that's why all of you, when you travel, you should have what in your bags? Huh? Toilet cake, wet napkins, I don't know what. A lot. Takbir. Oh my God. When I travel the plane, I become nervous. Serious. Because I'm in salat. Clear inshallah? Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, in another hadith said, "Istanzihu min al-bawl." Purify yourself from urine. فَإِنَّ عَامَّةَ عَذَابِ الْقَبْرِ مِنْهُ. The majority of the punishment of the grave is because of urine. Majority of people who are tortured in the grave because they didn't pay attention to urine. Al-Bawl. Rawahu al-Imam Daraqutni, rahimahullah. Therefore, if someone doesn't really take utmost attention to make sure no drop of urine has ever touched his body or his clothes, his salat not accepted. Shaqi ibn Mati' al-Asbahi narrates hadith on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet said, peace be upon him, "Arba'atun يؤذون أهل النار على ما بهم من الأذى." 4 things will add more pain to the people of Jahannam with all the pain they have. As if they don't have enough pain. Imagine, people in hell are being tortured, na'udhu billah. There are 4 things that increase their punishment and their pain. What is it? What are they? يسعون ما بين الحميم والجحيم ويدعون بالويل والثبور وَيَقُولُ أَهْلُ النَّارِ لِبَعْضِهِمْ بَعْضٍ. They are so much in pain that they say, "May God destroy us, may God destroy us, may God destroy us." They are so much in pain, and those 4 things come and add more pain to them. Until those people say, "May God destroy us. We don't want to even live." So the people of Jahannam look at each other and say, "What's wrong with these people? What did they do?" As if it's not enough, the pain they are in, they're adding 4 more. So what are they? قال فرجل مغلق عليه. A person, not only he is in Jahannam, but he is inside the coffin in hellfire. And the coffin is full of fire. Coffin. The word coffin is coming from kafan. You know, kafan, the white cloth. The word coffin is an Arabic word. know half of English is Arabic? You don't know. Takbir. You know Shakespeare is Shakespeare? Now you know? Alhamdulillah. Alcohol. Alcohol. Lemon. Lemon. Most of the words you just twist are Arabic. Richest language on earth. 40% of your Malay is Arabic. That's why faham, saya faham. Faham, afham, Arabic. So the word coffin is very Arabic. It's come from the word kafan. But instead of saying it to the cloth, the British said it to the wood where they put someone. So, while you have to enter a coffin full of fire, in hand you can run maybe with the pain. Here, you can't even move. But you burn and burn and burn. Na'udhu billah. Second one, وَرَجُلٌ يَجُرُّ أَمْعَاءَهُ. And a person, imagine sisters, these are intestines. He pulls his intestines with him. His intestine, 12 meters, you know that? We have 12 meters of intestines inside. You know that or not? Allahu Akbar. Another man, يَسِيلُ فَمُهُ قَيْحًا وَدَمًا. نَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ. His mouth is full of gushing with pus and blood. And then, and the man eating his own flesh. Eating his own flesh. Biting. Then they say to the person of the coffin, ما بال الأبعد قد آذانا على ما بنا من الأذى. They say about that person who is in it, what's wrong with this? Us with all the harm we have, meaning by seeing him burning in that coffin and by the bad odor that comes from the coffin, the heat that comes from the, he's harming us more and more. فيقول إن الأبعد مات وفي عنقه أموال الناس. نعوذ بالله. He said, I died while in my neck. He borrowed money from people, he had amanah, he didn't return. That's what will happen to the people who don't return the amanah or, ya akhi, give back the money of others. It's not yours. Then it will be said to the person who is pulling his intestine. ما بال الأبعد قد آذانا على ما بنا من الأذى. What's wrong with this person? He is harming us by pulling his intestines in front of us. And he says, إن الأبعد كان لا يبالي أينما أصاب البول منه ولا يغسله. This person didn't care about the drops of urine that touch his body, and he doesn't wash it. He doesn't care. Christians have this behavior. That's why sisters don't marry Christians. Sorry, it's the truth. Things I keep. Then it will be said to the person whose mouth is gushing with pus and blood. What's wrong with this person? He's harming us with all the harm we are in. Then he will say, إن الأبعد كان ينظر كل كلمة قبيحة فيستلذها. This person didn't care about any bad word. He used to like it, like to hear it. Any bad word, he likes to hear it. Backbiting, gossiping, street language, profanity words. He even laugh at it. So that's what Allah does to him. That's why his mouth is gushing, because he used to repeat those words. What goes around? That's around. filthy language used to come out from your mouth. Blood and pus will come out from your mouth. How about the fourth one? آذانا على ما به من الأذى. Who is number 4? You forgot. Who is number 4? What was he doing? The one who was eating his meat. Okay? فيقول إن الأبعد كان يأكل لحوم الناس يعني بالغيبة. He used to devour other people's meat. Meaning talk bad about them. It's a metaphor in Arabic. When you speak bad about someone not present, meaning you are eating his flesh. So you start eating your flesh today. The hadith is all about number 2. That person was not cleaning himself from urine. So it's serious. Very serious. نسأل الله العافية. Ameen. Number 37. Feel free to ask her, but not until I pass and then you go send me back. 34. Any question about the youth, the pimp? Any question about the muhallal? Any questions, sisters, about people who don't clean themselves on the toilet? From urine, especially urine? Okay. 37. The little shirk. Riya, showing off. Showing off. Al-Riya. Lot of people show off. Careful, sisters. When you do good, keep a low profile and go under the radar for Allah to accept what you're doing. And you don't need people to know, honestly. Allah knows. Why are you worried, sister? You want to please people, that's why. You want to please people. No, that is shirk. If you want to please people, no problem. But you get no reward Yawm al-Qiyamah. If you want Allah, why are you upset that people didn't say thank you? If Allah said thank you, Allah Himself will tell you thank you. So, how scary this it is munafiqeen characteristic. It's a quality of the hypocrites. Let's see. Allah said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يراءون الناس. They show off in front of people. Hypocrites. ولا يذكرون الله إلا قليلا, and they don't make enough dhikr. Little dhikr. Wow. May Allah have mercy on us. Little dhikr is a sign of hypocrites. Because a mu'min makes a lot of dhikr. اذكروا الله ذكرا كثيرا. Also Allah said, فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم هم يراءون. They show off. Even when they pray. They want people to see. They want people to see them. So it's a sign of hypocrites showing off. Also, Allah said, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تبطلوا صدقاتكم بالمن والأذى كالذي ينفق ماله رئاء الناس. Riya. All you who believe, do not batal. Do not batal. You have this word, batal. Do not invalidate your sadaqat by mentioning them. You made a sadaqah, why you go talk about it? And by harming the person who received it, harming him or her through your task. She was nothing before she met me. I took her from the street. MashaAllah. That's how some people talk about their wives or their... So they are batal. They are batal all the sadaqah. And then he said, كالذي, like the person who gives money, people see him. In front of me. He gives it in front of people. Look what I'm giving. And to me, some of these activities is that big check that you give on TV. The check is more expensive than the amount. You know, to make that check, maybe 10,000 million. And they're giving 5,000 and they're happy. Like I'm not against donating in public, because donating in public types of donations. In public, secretly, during daytime and during night. Verse 274, Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah wants you to give publicly because sometimes you motivate people, but your niyyah shouldn't be to show off. Maybe by giving, you are telling others, like brothers, you also give. Sisters, you also give. No problem, alhamdulillah. Number two, the best sadaqah is what your left hand didn't know what your right hand has given. It was so secretive that this hand didn't know. Let's say I'm giving this. I didn't even allow the left hand to touch it, to know that it was a blue pen. Metaphor. And sometimes give during daytime, like now, during this time, before Maghrib. And sometimes give after Maghrib. Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu had 4 dinars. Dinar is gold. He gave one in public, one secretly. And he gave one during daytime, and he gave one during the night. When asked by his followers why you did that, he said, I want to be among those whom Allah mentioned in this ayah. They donate publicly, secretly, during daytime, during night. May Allah make us among us. But, sister, sometimes you invite people to Makan. You throw kanduri in your house or wherever. So that people say, ooh, zero pahala, zero. You just wasted money. And you may give a cat between you and her. Only Allah knows. No one saw you giving a cat some food, even left over of your food. You have pahala. By the way, so many cats, mashallah. But where? You need cats? There are plenty. Take. Courtesy of Sheikh Zubayr, giving something it's not his. That there. You like cats, like Mikhail? How much you like? A lot. How about your mother? She likes that? Boycott that. Veto. Veto power. Takbir. MashaAllah. So Riya is the major sin, sisters. Although Riya, look, it's an action of the heart. You know what I mean? It's something I might not know you are Riya, but Allah knows. It's something of the heart. فَمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو لِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ فَلْيَعْمَلْ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا. When he does the ibadah, he does not do it for others other than Allah. If you are fasting, why the whole world needs to know that today is Monday and you are fasting? I'm fasting today and I just gave sadaqah before coming. And last night I was qiyamul layl. Only Allah knows those things. Why are you talking about them? La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrates the following hadith that Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam said, إِنَّ أَوَّلَ النَّاسِ يُقْضَى عَلَيْهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ رَجُلٌ إِسْتَشْهَدَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. The first person to be judged يوم القيامة, a person who died for Allah's sake. People thought he died shaheed. So people martyred before the British, until the British killed him in Sarawak. But in reality, that person actually wanted to be called hero. He never fought for Allah's sake. So the first people, sometimes we think these martyrs, but Allah knows they were not fighting for Allah's sake. They were fighting. Not all, I'm saying some. We are not going to generalize. But Allah is telling us that He knows. He knows who fought for His sake and who was fighting for something else. فَأُتِيَ بِهِ نِعَمَهُ فَعَرَفَهَا. Allah brings it and He said, did I give you all these blessings, privileges? He said, yes, Ya Allah. You've been kind to me, you gave me this. You gave me wife, you gave me children, you gave me job, you gave me rizq. We gave you? Yes, He said, okay. فَمَا عَمِلْتَ بِهَا. What did you do with this ni'am? Oh, Ya Allah, I fought for your sake. Then Allah says, كَذَبْتَ. You're lying. You fought so that people say He's brave. Oh my God. Imagine His Majesty belies you. He says, you lie. You were not fighting for my sake. You were fighting so that people say. And it was said. Then Allah orders the Malaika to take him and put him on his face. Drag him on his face until he's thrown in hell. وَرَجُلٌ وَسَّعَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَأَعْطَاهُ مِنْ أَصْنَافِ النَّارِ. Then another man, Allah has given him so much money, so much wealth, until that person was giving right and left. Then Allah calls him. Did I give you and so and so? So he said, yes, Ya Allah, you have given me so much. And he said, what did you do with the ni'am I gave you? He said, Ya Allah, I used to give for your sake. I built masjid so and so. I did this. I built this school. Very good. Then Allah says, Kadab. It wasn't for my sake. What a generous man. One Sri so and so. One Sri so and so. Very generous people. So Allah knows the heart, we don't. When we see things, sisters, we think, okay, alhamdulillah. But Allah knows. Allah knows. So that's why the riyah, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows it. And the third person is a person who used to teach the Quran. Shows him the ni'am. Did I teach you the Quran? Did I put the Quran in your chest and made you hafiz? He said, yes. Were you teaching tafsir and so, yes. So, Ya Rab, I was doing this and this and this for you. Then he tells you, you lied. You were doing things so that people say, what a great alim. And it was said. Take him to hell as well. So Yawm al-Qiyamah, many things we think they are right, will not be right. And many things we thought people were bad, subhanAllah, they end up in paradise. Unless they are mushrik. Remember the story of the woman who committed zina, but because of the thirsty dog, she ended up in paradise. Because it was her last act. Her last act was act of kindness to a dog. How about Ana Yatim? Let's say a woman used to be bad. And then Allah put rahmah and she took care of an orphan. While the pious, so-called pious woman who never stopped praying, kicked the Ana Yatim out of the house. So who goes to paradise? This bad woman, before she died, she adopted an orphan and died. And gave him mercy and maybe whatever she had, left it for him. Meanwhile, the pious lady who was supposed to go to Umrah every year, kicked the Ana Yatim and was very bad stepmother. So who do you think will be in paradise? That's why, sisters, al-umuru bi khawatimiha. Allah will look at the last thing we do. May Allah give us husn khatimah. Ameen ya Rabbi. Scary hadith. Shaheed, people thought. Generous man, people thought. Alim, people thought. But Allah knows everything. They were not doing for the sake of Allah. They were showing. Clear? وَبَدَى لَهُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ لَمْ يَكُونُوا يَحْتَسِبُونَ. And on the day of judgment, Allah will show them what they never expected. This is it, this three. وَبَدَى لَهُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ مَا لَمْ يَكُونُوا يَحْتَسِبُونَ. The thing that they never thought which is Allah knows the inside. The person who shows off, he or she, on the day of judgment will be called by 4 names. They'll be called by 4 names. Ya Mura'i, or Ya Mura'iya, or showing off man, or showing off woman. Ya Ghadir, or person who betrayer. Ya Fajir, or rebellious. Ya Khasir, or loser. So 4 names, 4 titles. Showing off man and woman, stand up. Oh my God. Qadira, or person who betrayer, get up. Ya Fajir, or rebellious man and women, get up. And also Ya Khasir, or losers. Go and get your reward from what you have done. The reward is, Alhamdulillah, bad, very bad. Learning over the dunya. Oh my God. Oh, scary, scary. Most of you learn only for the dunya. Not now. Now you're learning for akhirah. Before. In your childhood, what did you learn for? Thank you. This lady is honest at least. For dunya. When you send your kids to Australia, to London, you send them for what? Dunya, thank you very much. Accounting, lawyers, who most of them are liars. Sorry to tell you that. Engineer, architect. Listen to Shaykh. Go study Islamic knowledge. You'll be better than Sheikh Zubair, inshallah. Takbir. Sister Farah, what do you want him to do? Takbir. Now, whatever he wants to do. Later on, don't listen to Sheikh. Go to study medicine. Takbir. Learning for the dunya is a major sin. Wow, scary. Learning for the dunya. That does mean, Sheikh, we don't study? No. Only for the dunya. All you want is, you don't care if you need to know how to recite the Fatiha or not. What is Al-Qala? What is Idgham? What is... you don't care about that. What you care about is getting a degree and get a job, which we all make as a mistake because we teach our children biotechnology, science, economics. There is nothing wrong with that, but it shouldn't be the only thing. So learning for the dunya only, the word only. You don't care. Here it is. Sheikh, if we learn for the dunya, is it sin? No. If only what you care about is the dunya, that is a sin. Am I clear, sisters? Yeah, that's... And then another sin with it, that comes with it, kitman al-ilm, and hiding knowledge. For example, you know the answer for this question, you don't want to say it. It's a major sin. Let's see. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. Indeed, only the ulama truly fear Allah. Meaning, go seek knowledge. This is the knowledge you seek. Because one thing about the dunya knowledge, sisters, pay attention to this. Being a judge, being a lawyer, being an engineer, being a doctor, surgeon, astronaut, pilot, sometimes makes you arrogant. Because you think, look, I'm too smart. But when you are alim of the deen, you are so taqwa of Allah. So, and that's what will save you at the end. But if you are a pilot, I can pilot anything from jet fighter to Now you become a little bit arrogant. I am a neurosurgeon. Only few people in the world are like me. So shaitan gets into you. Because you have the dunya knowledge. But when you have akhirah knowledge, like this hadith we just saw now, the 4 people, one in the coffin, one. This knowledge will make you humble. How about both shaykh? No problem. We learn for the dunya and for akhirah. I would love to see alim and doctor at the same time. Background in engineering and background, very strong background in Islamic knowledge. No problem. Which you are doing, by the way. Some of you, alhamdulillah, are very qualified in whatever your background is, accounting or whatever you study. But you must learn the deen, sister. You must. Okay. Abdullah bin Abbas said, يريد إنما يخافني من خلقي عن علم جبروتي العلماء. He interpreted the ayah as, indeed those who know my power and know who I am, Allah is saying, fear me. The knowledge about God, about akhirah, will make them sinless, do good most. But people who don't know, sorry, I didn't know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has 99 names. But you know everything about aircraft or submarine. So let the knowledge of submarine help you doing that. Serious. So sisters, don't make that mistake. You just prepare your children for dunya. You never give them even classes like this. And subhanAllah, look at the difference between attending class like this, it may not cost you a penny, and between sending them to any school. Look how much money you pay for the dunya to get something temporary that doesn't help them beyond his dunya. Why a class like this that makes you, subhanAllah, I never knew that not cleaning myself from urine is a major sin. I thought it was my ex. Why that man was grinning in his grave? Because he was not cleaning himself properly from urine. Right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزلنا من البينات والهدى من بعد ما بيناه للناس في الكتاب أولئك يلعنهم الله ويلعنهم اللاعنون. Those who hide the knowledge and don't share it in the book, those are the people whom Allah will curse, and the malaika la'inun here bil malaika will curse them. So why someone is cursed by Allah and the malaika here in this verse? Because he has hidden the knowledge. He doesn't want to share the Islamic knowledge. He knows the fatwa, he doesn't care. This is how Imam al-Ghazali, the famous, got detected when he ran away from Baghdad. Imam al-Ghazali, the famous Abu Hamid, got sick and tired of Baghdad. So he went to Damascus, Sham, Syria. But nobody knows him. They hear about him, but they don't know him by face. But he's very famous in the whole Muslim world. Iraq, they know him. By face. They know his face. But in Syria, of course, he's so famous, but they don't know his face. There was no Instagram and social media those days. They know Abu Hamid Ghazali wrote this book, but how does he look? So this is how they knew who was he. And he was cleaning the toilets of the masjid. Alim who had full access to unlimited treasury system. Because Nizam al-Mulk, the king of his time, called him and said, Ghazali, I want you to take care of Islamic education and the whole education system under me. He said, okay. He gave him blank check, do whatever you want. So he built Al-Jami'a Al-Nizamiyya, Nizam al-Mulk, because he is the king. He named it after him. And he was the general, the rector of the university. Then he got sick and tired. Too much fame, too much money, too much this. So he said, let me take a break and go somewhere where I put down my soul, my nafs. So he started cleaning toilets so that he becomes humble. Ulama do this today. You do that. Maid, coffee is there. You spilled it, you clean it. La ilaha illallah. Maid, give me my cell phone. Where is your cell phone there? I'm not exaggerating. This is why some Saudi women are getting fat. Cannot even get the takbir. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Islamic? Yes. Only? No. No. I will show you. There is certain knowledge of the dunya that you hide. Like sihr. Like nuclear physics. You go teach someone to make a nuclear bomb. But Dr. So-and-so is very good. Geeky. I have pain and you know there is a dentist nearby. You let me go all the way to Sungai Buloh. Why? You are hiding the knowledge. Let me finish the story. So, he was cleaning the toilet. Then he heard a man asking the Mufti of the masjid. He asked him a question. The Mufti didn't know. And he said, this question is so big, this problem is so complicated, only people like Al-Imam Al-Ghazali can answer. I don't know knowledge. I don't know this. So as he was leaving, Imam Al-Ghazali called back now. Imam Ghazali is what now? Janitor. Ask him. The answer for that question is this. But don't say it was me who said that. Don't say the janitor said that. He doesn't know who is he. To the Sheikh, Mufti. Sheikh, I got it. I got the answer and it makes sense. What is it? Wow. He said, who told you this? He said, that man who was cleaning the toilet. The Mufti went to him and said, by Allah, tell me who are you? The answer of this question cannot come from a janitor. Now he cannot lie. He said, my name is Abu Hamid. Allahu Akbar. Imam Abu Hamid, there's some hugging him. And tell his boy, he had to go to another takbir. But hiding the knowledge is a sin. That's why he told him, come. I know you have a problem to solve. And I hide it? No. This is what we mean. That's why he exposed himself. And he told him not to say that the other man. It's like telling a lady, don't say secret. If you want something to go, tell the woman this is secret between me and you. Allahu Akbar. I think women, when we tell them this is secret, as if you're telling them secret recipe, that they go and so Mikael. Don't say this secret to any woman. Like where? May Allah bless Mikael. Mikael is a good boy. Alhamdulillah. This ayah was revealed about the Jews who hide the knowledge. Because the Jews, they know a lot, but they will hide. They will say only what benefits them. What does benefit others, they will not say. So sisters, do not hide Islamic knowledge. You know story, share it. You know something beneficial, share it. Something not beneficial, don't share it. Clear? Right. Yes, sister, you were saying about this Islamic knowledge? True, true. Yes, it's like this. If it's beneficial, it's haram to hide. If it is destructive, you better hide. You came up to formula that if people use, there will be mischief on earth. You better not show to anyone. Don't show to anyone. You were doing research in your laboratory and you discovered, you created a super monster virus. Hide it, destroy it right away. Don't say, well, let's use it against Americans. That's him. The Americans are destroying themselves anyway. You know that or not? They elected Trump. When you elect someone like Trump, what are you doing? Self-destruction. Until today, he didn't pay them. You know that? You know that or not? Government employees are, what does it mean, government shutdown? They are not being paid. And many TSA, you know, Transport Security Agency, they're letting everything pass now. Pass. We don't care. من تعلم علما رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said, he who seeks knowledge مما يبتغي به وجه الله, with something that he really wants the face of Allah, meaning to please Allah, لا يتعلمه إلا ليصيب به عرضا من الدنيا لم يجد عرف الجنة. نعوذ بالله. If you seek knowledge like Quran, like Hadith, like Seerah, just to make money, you will never spend better. What? Again, even if you seek Islamic knowledge, but actually all you want is dunya. You don't want akhirah. And here is evidence that some people who seek Islamic knowledge only for dunya. All they care is salary and retirement. Brother, don't you say, oh, no, riba will make people not come to my classes. They never come again. What do I do with an audience who doesn't want to listen to the truth? Maybe I never come back again. What do we do with those? You think we're going to be better than Nuh alayhi salam? Sisters, Nuh alayhi salam, how many years he made da'wah? 950 years. How many followers he had? In one narration, 80. Does that mean he was not good? No. Does that mean he didn't spend enough time? 950 years, what do you want? It means some people, no matter what you do to them, they will never change. You dip them in honey, you take them out, still they taste bitter. Because their origin is bitter. Never ever look at the numbers. Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, Ulul Azmi min al-Rusul, one of the 5 great prophets of Allah. 950 years of da'wah, day and night, morning and afternoon, in public and in secret. So, never look at the number of the so-called attendees. Quality. Even Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Mecca, how many people he convinced? 83 men and 12 women. That's all. When he went to Medina people were different. Sometimes it's the audience, it's not the sheikh or the ustad. But sometimes it's the ustad because he doesn't want to talk about the real issues. Real issues of the hour. Muslims are dying in Syria and Rohingya, and I'm talking about, I don't know what. Allahu Akbar. Like in the time when the 1492, when the Crusaders were about to make their last assault on Cordoba and take Cordoba and therefore kick Islam from Spain, the so-called shuyukh of Cordoba were discussing to kill mosquito, the blood invalidates your wudu or not. Mosquito, I kill it. The blood on my skin, did it invalid my wudu? Do I have to make wudu or not? But instead of discussing the coming of Queen Isabella and her husband killing the Muslims. You see, instead of talking about the real issues that are destroying the Ummah now, you see, I was just talking, can I touch the turban? Allahu Akbar. May Allah have mercy on us. So, real ilm also cannot be sought only for dunya. It has to be for Allah, for akhirah, for the next generation. You leave the knowledge for others, not just to make money and living. أعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa'. Oh Allah, I'm seeking refuge in you from a knowledge that will not benefit me. Ask Allah, sisters, every day, Ya Rab, I'm seeking refuge in you from a knowledge which will not benefit me. Let's say you come to know something, but it benefits you not. You just wasted time. But tafsir, hadith, seerah, usul al-fiqh, fiqh, history, biography, qasas al-anbiya, major sins, all beneficial. But how to make ice cream? Is it beneficial? Maybe to some of you, ice cream is good. Take it in. من تعلم علما لم يعمل به لم يزده العلم إلا كبرا. نعوذ بالله. If you learn something and then don't turn it into amal, that ilm will turn you mutakabbir, but some act upon it. So now, sisters, today we learned, mashallah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 major sins. What to do? What to do now? What's your job? Is to go share this, at least with your loved ones tonight, this afternoon. Children, come, review with them, through them. Even if you don't teach them, for you to review. We learn at the youth, the thing. Harama, muhallil and muhallallah. Harama, not cleaning yourself from urine. Harama, showing off. At least review. Send WhatsApp, send something, at least. May Allah bless you. So now we reach the peak. The peak of the book. We started here with shirk. We reached the peak. We're going now. We're about to end the book. Inshallah, a few more Mondays and we finish this book. But read it. Now you have the background with me, especially you will remember what I said later on. As you read on your own, oh, I remember that story, that thing, that comment Sheikh said, that the sister asked that question, he answered. Clear, inshallah? Next week, inshallah, we talk about cheating, khiyana, and mannan, the person who talks so much about his donations or her donations. The unseen word, qadar, denying the decree. You don't believe in qadar. You say, I make my own qadar. I make my own qadar. Astaghfirullah, like some people say. Everything is in my hand. If I want to be happy, I can make myself happy. If I want to be sad, I make myself sad. No, don't say that. So these are the major sins that we're going to see, inshallah. Okay? Any question about subject or something else? How about the divorce? You want to ask about divorce now? It's okay, Karen. So what is it? What makes divorce violent? School in Malaysia? Allahu Akbar. Question mark. Okay? Already. Yes. Yes. Correct, correct. The third talaq. When the third talaq happens, khalas, the man and the woman are haram for one another. But that happens only with the third talaq. It could be the first talaq. How? Pay attention to this. I am really stressing on this because some men are playing with women. They give talaq, then he let her hang him for a long period, sometimes even more than 10 years. Then he says, oh, I just gave you one talaq, come back. We say no. If a man divorces his wife, says, Na'udhu billah, anti taliq, you are taliq. The first period, second period, third period. He has 3 periods after he divorces her to just go back to intimacy, and they're still husband and wife. But one talaq already. So he has one more talaq. Because Allah says, At-talaqu marratan. Talaq is 2 times, not 3 times. At-talaqu marratan, meaning the first time he can divorce her, within 3 periods he can bring her back. But one bullet out of the gun. Now one more bullet. Imagine a gun with 2 bullets, okay? One already gone. But he's still husband and wife. They can go back. But within 3 months, if he keeps dragging his feet, he is hanging her. The talaq will become final. Meaning, he can still return her within the 3 periods. After 3 periods, it's final. Mister, tell this to men, because men are playing games now with women, which is haram. The women will suffer. She doesn't know, she is. No. Second talaq, let's say within 3 months he brought her back. After 1 year they fought again. Then he divorced her. Now second talaq, in order for her to go back, it's not 3 periods. New mahar, a new aqd contract. Then he lives with her. Third, you know there is no more chance. 3 periods we gave you for the first talaq. Second talaq, we gave you dowry and aqd, new marriage with the same wife. This woman is not cheap. Each time you tell her, talaq, talaq, talaq. Because some men, that's all they know. Instead of saying, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, they say, talaq, talaq. They need to be slapped on the face to fix. It's not talaq, it's subhanallah. But there, it's the women who suffer in talaq. Allah. Okay. This is different when a woman also asks for divorce. When a woman is convinced and she doesn't want to stand anymore. Once she goes to the judge makes sure she is not insane, she is okay, and she is khalas, that's it. It's fasa or khula. The judge will give her, and it's final. She cannot come back to the ex after this until she remarries. Whether it's the first talaq that I explained, 1, 2, 3, or when she wants. Because someone said, it was not me who gave talaq, it was her, so let me return her. Say, sorry brother. It was in court. Or it was 2 witnesses. That's why if there is no court, 2 witnesses. 2 men witnesses. Why men? Why not women? Why 1 man, 2 women? Or 4 women? Because if I ask you again, what's the first thing we learned? You yes, it's a takbir. Women forget a lot, right? Women don't forget if the husband offends, but good things they forget. Takbir. Sister Munira now panicking. Takbir. She misses my classes, I know. I'm going to pay later on, so let me say now. Bayar. Not in Malay. Nanti bayar. Takbir. Allahu Akbar in the car. How is Haji Zakaria? His leg? Is he sitting? Move him. Make his leg, look, make his leg also go down. Get out on the massage chair. It's okay, it's okay. May Allah give shifa, may Allah give shifa. Yes, sir. Yeah.
This is in regards to the marriages. When you take the male loan and marry the young woman, and the cohabitation is haram.
No, it's not haram for both. No. They are animals. I'm saying if you do that, it's just like No. Marrying a nice running horse with a female horse to have better baby horse running, winning the race, it's okay. No, it's okay. Bull, to have a better race of, no problem. Breeding. No, dogs. You cannot buy and sell dogs, it's haram. It's a haram transaction. Also cats. I will make sure later on. I will tell you about cats. You can give cats, but buying and selling, it became now a business. But what is haram is something from their body so that they don't produce. That is definitely haram. Castigizing them? What is that? It's wrong. You don't do that. To do what, sorry? Okay. Yes. Wow. It's okay. It's funny. It's okay. It's just the veterinary wanted to make money. They tell you they are brother and sister. Of course, they are better than married. It's okay. They are animals. But honestly, I would maybe give one of them to my sister and bring another one with a different male, female, and let them reproduce. It's their nature, sister. It's their nature. And in this, I think Louis the Tenth, King of France, he got scared from a cat, so he ordered the killing of cats. You know what happened in France? The plague. Because they used to, something we don't see about cats, especially before Fajr. And they had mice, rats, cockroaches, this. So it spreaded the plague because of the rats and the mice. The number went high because he just, a cat scratched him. He was, he was playing with cat. So he felt like it's naughty and killed. He ordered the killing. Look what happened. Allah created them for a reason and they reproduce for a reason. And Allah has created an ecosystem. We shouldn't touch it. Yeah. So if you have done, may Allah forgive you, but don't do it again. Don't do it. Yeah. The toilet, sorry? Doesn't have water, yes. Yes. Yes, excellent. Can. Very good. What will happen if I enter a toilet and there is no water? And then I don't have enough time to go somewhere else? No problem. Release yourself, sisters, and use paper. Or whatever you have with you. Clean yourself. And then pray. Make wudu and pray later on. Normal. Because it's called istinja. Istinja is with water. Then there is istibra. Istibra is with leaves of the trees. Or with stones. Better stones. Rasulullah said, he said, if you don't find water to clean yourself, whether from defecation or from your use stones. Because they are natural, like tayammum. Okay? And we are made of what? Clay, say nature. So clay is cleaning clay. Later on, before you pray, if you find water, okay, clean yourself. But if you don't find water, make tayammum and pray. Clear? Now, alhamdulillah, you don't have to have stone with you all the time. You can have paper. You can have wet, what do you call them? White. That's it. And you make tayammum or make wudu and go pray. You don't have to clean yourself one more time. But the Westerners, they don't care. They just like that. Now, these are the people you marry. We are cleaner than them, million times. Million times. The French don't even wash their face before breakfast. Do you know that? Do you know that or not? Why the French have the best perfumes? Because when they wake up, like this, that's it. Instead of mashallah, we wash ourselves so much until half of your beard goes out. That's it. That's who we are. Alhamdulillah, big difference. 5 times a day at least, wudu. No marry or put a non-Muslim. Even Muslim until we make sure he's learning. Sisters, talk to your daughters as much as you can. And turn to him every day. Ya Rabbi, give my children better than I think. Ameen. Okay? Alright, nice to meet the new sisters. What's your name, sister? First time here. Lisa. Okay. You? Huzaima. I know you. How about you? Nora. Okay, nice. Sister, you want here? What's your name? Oh, I double pay. Double payment at home, but there. You embarrassed me. That's it there anyway. Istibra. Istibra is with paper or with leaves or with stones. Istibra. 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 Istinja with water. Istinja. Istinja. Is water. Istinja. Is istibra. With something dry. By the way, about istibra, Rasulullah said they must be odd. 3, 5, 7, even. 3 stones, 5 stones, 7 stones, based on the need you need. Based on the need. 5 leaves. Yes. Doesn't have to be round. Correct. Yes. It has to be like those river stones. Yeah. Clean. I mean, yeah, not sharp, don't get to harm you. Okay? Alas? Both. Very good. Actually, they are considered istibra, the whites. Why? Because unless they have a lot of water, and it doesn't have to be perfume. If just water, fine. But if it's perfume, it's definitely istibra. But you, sisters, the best is istibra with istinja. You use paper like we do, and water. That's even super better. You got it? You use the wipes, and then you use the water. But in case there is no water, you use istibra. Alright. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، أرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث. يا ربي اغفر لنا وارحمنا وعافنا واعف عنا. آمين. السلام عليكم.